Hey, what's up, guys? So I got three movies that to me are visually stunning. I took the time to pick out three random films that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a similar theme. They're all Greek, Greek myths and history. Actually, that wasn't intentional. I'm realizing this now. But anyway, I picked them out because I personally think they're stunning visually. I think it's awesome how the director used choices of color, effects, stuff to assist telling the story. And these three films, uh, definitely not connected, aside from all being Greek related. It's kind of funny. Um, yeah, I picked them out because of just the way they were treated. Like I said, uh, effects to whatever the killer palette was, stuff that stood out to me. Um, and I'm going to share them with you. Hopefully, you guys feel the same way. All right, so the first one, it's a Greek mythology story called Jason and the Argonauts. See if I could make that clear right there. Yeah, the Blu-ray is like reflective. I don't know if you could tell that. So you guys might know this one. Um, so what stands out with this one is obviously the effects. It's a 1963 film, but it's in color. And basically, the story of Jason is he comes back to his hometown, Thessaly, Greece. He's like a warrior type, and he wants to reclaim his throne, but he can't do it. So they send him on like this long journey. Okay, he takes like an entourage, a queen of the gods, to go and seek this golden fleece, so he could, reclaim his rightful throne. And the only problem is that there's like ridiculously amounts of obstacles in his way. And they're all like creatures and stuff, walking statues, Medusas, this, that. It's nuts. It's crazy. But all this is practical what he goes through. This is all obviously pre CGI, but the effects are done by Rayharryhausen. Now, that's a name that should hopefully be familiar to you guys. He's the one who kind of, I don't want to say invented, but reinforced the appeal of stop motion animation. So the thing of like claymation, so it's a long process where you take like little figures and you just move them inch by inch on a screen, and it makes it come to life. Well, this guy mastered that technique. He did a lot of movies. In fact, like I've been doing recently with my reviews, I've been leaving IMDb's, so guys could check this out for yourself if you want. But I mean, this film is loaded with that, and what I like about it, everybody can watch it. Like if you're not into Greek mythology, it's just a great story. It's very big. It's when Hollywood invested in these huge stories that went everywhere, and just made it work. Huge sets, on-site locations. It's great. I mean, yeah, you kind of see that now, but I don't know. It just doesn't have that feel. And this movie definitely stood out. It embodies this special effects artist, his work. You know how like Tom Savini's really good at making gore effects. Well, Ray Harryhausen mastered the technique of stop motion animation, and really, I definitely suggest you guys watching this film. Like I said, you don't have to be into the myth. Just enjoy it as an action movie. The closest thing I think you guys could probably relate to are like Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans, the remakes. I mean, which were all older films that also had special effects by Ray Harryhausen. And most of the time it was monsters, giants, aliens, whatever. He made it come to life on the big screen, and it was awesome. And that's definitely one of the highlights of his career, Jason the Argonauts. So definitely suggest you guys check it out. All right, so the next one you probably don't know, or maybe you do. I know you know the character. Actually, he's actually a Disney character, believe it or not. Or they made a movie out of it. Anyway, Greek related. It's an Italian film from mariobava, who's like, the godfather of the killer palette in the Italian world. made some great, great movies. And this is one of them. This is called Hercules in a Haunted World. Yeah, let me, so there's the cover. This guy over here, you might know. Sorry, there's like a glare. Christopher Lee. Yeah. So you guys probably know him. Christopher Lee is a British actor who he played Count Dooku in Revenge of the Sith, if you guys are into Star Wars. And he played Dracula a lot. Count Dracula from the Jess Franco and all the Hammer horror films, which were like British horror films. He played Dracula a lot, just put it that way. And a slew of movies. He played The Mummy. He played Frankenstein. Like I said, the guy was like, you know, the epitome of horror movie goodness. He also plays an evil guy in this. So this one, pretty much, it's a, you know, the story of Hercules, obviously. Demigod, you know, half human, half god. You know, once they sit on the throne amongst the other gods, has to prove his point. Well, this one, we already established that he's a character. And he pretty much has to travel to Hades, because this is filmed like a sword and sandal film / horror. So sword and sandals was like this genre, kind of like, you know, of like grindhouse and nunsploitation films. Well, sword and sandal were like, you know, Roman movies or gladiator type movies that were filmed back in the day, you know, Spartacus, things like that. So this is a combination of this. Like I said, mariobava is you know, this is like, I think 1961, and he's just starting to rise up. And mariobava, if you don't know him, he will dominate the Italian film industry pretty much. Like I said, they're not all horror, but he started this giallo thing, which is like, you know, Italian thrillers. They're just really violent. Guys like Dario Argento, Lucio Fulci eventually kind of, you know, were handed the torch to continue on these films, but this guy started it. Now with this one, like I said, it combines two elements, the sword and sandal and horror film. And Hercules has to travel in Hades to get like a magic stone, so pretty much like free his soon-to-be wife. Now the villain isn't obviously a Hades, because Hades in Greek mythology is obviously like hell, you know. But Hades pretty much is filled with like, it's great, visually great, and what I mean by that is color. So this director probably should have been a painter. I think his father was a painter, actually. So he uses a lot of bright tones. Think of like a comic book with really deep blue hues, red, and just, you know, the angles. The guy knows what he's doing behind the camera, and it definitely shows in this. Now, like I said, I don't think anyone I'm talking to right now have probably seen it. Maybe you guys did. I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. You know, I wasn't sure if I should include this one, but I was like, it's new, kind of, you know, meaning new to you guys, but not to, you know, I guess other people that like, you know, these kind of films. But I figured I'd just bring it out to the light. But like I said, back to the visual aspect, it's great. Christopher Lee's character, he, such a great role. Like I said, he plays like this menacing king, Lyco, I think his name is, and he has like all these like powers of the dark, pretty much. Evil guy, and you know, kind of dukes it out with Hercules and stuff. And I mean, it's just it's goofy. It's okay. It's a goofy film. Like, some of the monsters are not as believable, or probably done. The budget was definitely invested on the locations, the sets, probably hiring Christopher Lee, and just the, you know, the camera work. But that's, you know, all the positive outweighs the negative here, because like I said, it's filmed excellent. And if you know anything about, like, you know, filming a movie, where to put the camera, all that stuff, it definitely shows in here, and it's great. And I think it's a worthy addition visually for an older film. Definitely packs that punch. Like I said, the color palette's all over the place. Yeah, so mariobava's Hercules and the Haunted World. Now this one you guys should definitely know. Remember, the theme here, well, besides, the whole Greek stuff, but was the visuals. So, this film, I know you guys should know. Yep, Gerard Butler, 300. Boom. Now, so this was like 2007, I guess. And it was a graphic novel turned into a film by the great Zack Snyder. Now, we all know Zack Snyder. We all know his body of work. And this is one of the greats. Now, obviously, this is an exaggeration of the actual historical 300, the Battle of Thermopylae, which, simple storytelling there. 300 Spartans, which were like, Spartans were like the Marines of like the Greek world, pretty much. So imagine like if the U.S. Marines had like their own city or country, that would be like the Spartans. They were just tough, hands down. Like in real life, they were tough. Like the movie exaggerates a lot, but the real life Spartans were tough, and 300 of them actually beat back a way more significant Persian army. It's written down in its history. It actually happened. So, but like I mean, the creatures, the weird wizard people, that's kind of made up. But it makes great storytelling, and it being a Frank Miller graphic novel, the colors are striking. It's just very artistically done, and Zach Wild nails it. Zach Wild has an amazing career, and once again, just like Mario Bava, he knows how to move a camera, and knows how to paint a scene pretty much and set it up, and good directing. Like if you guys seen Army of the Dead yet, that's actually pretty cool, or Dawn of the Dead for that matter, or any of his films. This one obviously reflects the style of that. Has that comic book feel. Like the reds are really deep red when there's like blood splatter. Has like a kind of like a gritty feel to it. Everything about it is great. Filming wise, like I said, it's a very simple story to follow, and like I said, it obviously stretches a little bit from the truth, but in these kind of films, it's acceptable. I mean, if we could accept Superman or Batman, then obviously, we could accept the Battle of 300. Yeah, it was a real life battle, but to being brought to life, shown like this, it's exciting, and it did really well. It produced a sequel. It portrayed another Greek hero, but and it still had the feel, but just it didn't have the impact like this one did. Zack Snyder definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure he collaborated with the artist, the guy who did the graphic novel, all that, and produced an incredible film. And like I said, seeing it in the theaters was a really big treat. I mean, I'm sure now 4K. I mean, everyone could buy 50-inch TVs, but to see it in a theater, even IMAX, if it was like available back then, which I'm sure it was, it just was captivating, and it was great. At the time, I mean, it was just a really fun film. Like I said, the storytelling wasn't too bad. It just fit, and for the time, it was great. Like I said, I think it did really, really well. I can't say the same about the sequel. There was mixed reviews, but yeah, 300. Like I said, for anyone who hasn't seen it, guys, what are you waiting for? Check it out. 300. Come on, look at that. And heck, you could even say based on true events. It's just artistically done. It's like a canvas coming to life in front of you, pretty much. Really vivid colors, really out there, and it makes a great movie. Especially bigger the screen, purer the quality. It's a visual treat and definitely recommended. So there you have it, guys. Those 3 films. Like I said, I got a lot more in my collection, and I could easily made this, 10 films that are visually stunning. But and honest to God, that just the pairing, like I said, it was before I hit record. I was like, oh, these are all Greek related stories. I just thought that was kind of funny. And I think the next video I also did has a Greek director, a Greek director. That's down the road. I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, strange coincidence, stranger things. But anyway, yes, I would definitely rewatch all these multiple times, watch them on commentary. Like I said, I'm not a film nerd like that, but to appreciate films like this is definitely a treat, and should be in your collection if you don't have them already. Or not even, you just stream it online if you wanted to. Yeah, definitely worth the look, especially the updated look now with 4K and everything. I'm sure that it just enhances the picture. But yeah, there we go. So ones I think that are visually stunning, 300, Hercules in a Haunted World, and Jason and the Argonauts. Wow. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you all very soon. Peace.